What's going on, everyone? ADTR for life here. Uh, Bringing you another war recap from Reddit Blue. Um, the war recaps have been coming in kind of slowly lately. I've just been busy. What can I say? Uh, so it's Saturday morning. Um, I'm gonna do my best to try and bring you some of these attacks. I guess I don't know. Um, so this war again was close. It doesn't help when I'm only getting like 1 stars in wars because I'm trying to experiment with different shit. I just got to stick with what I know for now. Maybe practice outside, but um, in my opinion, the MVP of this war comes from a Town Hall 9 that was just 3-starring other Town Hall 9s, freeing, higher attacks elsewhere. So let's go and take a look at back-to-back attacks by Wimson on 19 and 20. So he does these by air, and I haven't really watched these. I mean, I think I watched them briefly. I did watch them live, but so it looks like he just grabs the lure with the hogs, as always, pretty basic stuff. And you can tell he gets the full pull because you can see the witch come out. That's how you know. It's like a telltale sign. All right, I got the full pull out. And then, pull out. And then he just sends in, his anchor troops, barbs. And then it sends in his heroes and some wizards to dispatch of the CC. And then straight after that, I believe he starts sending. There he goes. He goes Hounds Loons on 1 air defense. And then again right here down towards the bottom. And this is something I'm not doing. I see a lot of people do this tactic, and it's working for them. So I think I'm gonna try and do it where they pretty much, usually people will have their air defense set up in like a square pattern, and what they'll do is they'll just go side by side, like Lava Hound balloons, so on and so forth. And they're pretty much just taking each section out, like each quadrant out individually with like an individual set army, like, Lava Hound, 10 balloons, whatever, 5 balloons. Because that Lava Hound's just going to be tanking in that little quadrant for a while, and the balloons are kind of freed up to do what they do best. So, really nice attack coming in from Wimson. Uh, he's always had pretty decent attacks, so great job. So at this point, his balloons are just finishing up the last of the defenses. His Archer Queen's still up, shooting walls as always. The pups are really just doing mad work on this base. They're going to take out the Barb King, and everything else just kind of falls into place. So we'll just go ahead and fast forward it up there. And good job, Wimson. All right, so the next one we're going to look at, again, like I said, back-to-back. Wimson, he's going to go 19. And again, pulls in another 3-star for war. I hope you can't hear my brother in the background. He's like trying to discipline his daughter. Anyway, so here we go. He sends in 4 hogs. Tesla pops up. I've actually seen this one. So, okay. Clan Castle comes out. He gets the full pull because, again, you can see the witch. And he drags him over here to the corner. Sends in the old bar bankers. Walking the barbs. And then again, he just sends in some heroes to do some cleaning up as far as the clan castle goes. And then again, straight after that, he starts doing the same style of attack. So this is how I know it works, because he's pretty much picking off different quadrants. He sends them in at 3 different angles, and then they all converge at the end onto the other air defense location. Especially, obviously the Lava Hounds, because that's what they target. So right after they do that, they go towards the other air defense, as you can see, and then he's got this heal spell waiting for him, so they're going to be tanking for a long time. And his balloons are pretty much freed up to do whatever they need to do to get it done. So again, great Town Hall 9 strategy. I mean, I just wish that a lot of the other Town Hall 9s kind of took this into consideration watching these attacks from Wimson, because even though the air defenses were kind of low, like, the strategy will still work across the board, in my opinion. I just hate being so critical, because lately my attacks have been straight ass. I'm not going to lie. They have been. So this, like I said, this lava hound's still tanking up here, freeing up his balloons to, drop bombs on this wizard tower. That archer tower and the other archer tower, which are pretty low level, so the balloons aren't going to get taken out. Lava hound bust right at the last moment. I was so excited because I was like, all right, great, more cleanup troops. It's just what he needs. So then after that, it's just minion pup cleanup. Yeah, that kind of rhymed. I think I'll trademark that. Minion pup cleanup time. So, as they just go around doing that, again, that was Wimson back-to-back 3-star. Great job. Love to see that shit. So then, after that, we were struggling big time. Some of our Town Hall 10s had to drop down to clean up some, like this 3-star right here was from Jeezy. That was just a cleanup attack. This one wasn't too bad. Hoda's a good attacker. He does attack Town Hall 9s because he is a new Town Hall 10. So the only thing he really has to his advantage is an extra spell, which in this case he uses with, I think he goes with like an extra lightning spell. So again, he goes by air. A little different style. He goes 2 hounds and he just kind of pinpoint drops balloons on the bottom half of the base going down. So as these are going up forward, he sends in the lava hounds. He drops the lightning on the CC troops. Again, he rages into the core, into the air defenses, which is, pretty standard stuff. And you can tell that these balloons just go right up. This side over here kind of took a beating from God knows what, but this side's still looking strong. So it's going to go into like one of those clockwise motions around the base here. And then he drops down the heroes over here because the Tesla is going to lock onto the heroes, adding as an extra buffer to his balloons. And then the pups and minions go for that town hall, and that drops down shortly while the balloons are still doing work over here. And I think ultimately at the end, the pups actually take down this air defense, which is pretty funny. And then the rest of it at this point is just cleanup. So good job, Hoda. Keep doing what you're doing for now, but obviously, bring up that Town Hall 10 so you could start hitting some of these big ones. Helping us out, because Lord knows I can't do it right now. I'm just like straight sucking ass. So the last one I wanted to look at was a Town Hall 10 attack, a really good Town Hall 10 attack from Beef. As always, he really goes hard with these air attacks, and he's always been a superstar when it comes to getting these 2 stars on these Town Halls. So he drops loons, but he's got the buffer, which is a good thing because in my opinion, a Tesla outside to block the CC is kind of a bad move because they're going to get the CC pull regardless. Like, Tesla's not going to pop up and they're going to be like, oh, there goes that fucking plan. Like, they're not... if I was attacking a base, I would just roll over the Tesla. And then, especially if I was doing some sort of composition with P.E.K.K.A.s, that's a win-win. So he lures out, he drops the anchor, which is perfect. I love this anchor. And this is actually pretty funny. I'm going to fast forward it right here because he pretty much just goes back and forth. And it looks like one of those old-timey cartoons where it's like... So they go back and forth, and then he sends in the kamikaze loon, and he takes him out, which is great. That deployment was great. So another Tesla pops up, so he's not going to have a lot of Teslas in the core, which is great for him, because the core is not going to be that bad, because his expos are down. He's got multi-set infernos, so those lava hounds are going to be tanking for a really long time. Now this is what I like. He sets down a heal spell, then a freeze, so the balloons take damage from the inferno, but then they get a break to heal back up, and then they go after that inferno. So yeah, he's just got loads and loads of balloons in that core. He takes down both air defenses and the queen. The balloons end up taking out the queen. In my opinion, it was a great attack. Look how much minions he has in the middle right there. Like, that's just a lot. He has his heroes. Now, I would have probably dropped him right here just to kind of, because he drops one up top kind of late, though. I would have dropped him right here to maybe take some of the damage off of the minions, because you could see like he has 4 archer towers up there, just firing away at the minions and lava pups, so they go down pretty quick. Oh wow, fucking tired. So yeah, I mean, like I said, great attack. Really not a lot he could have done differently. I mean, it was a pretty right on solid attack, really high 2-star attack. So great job, Beef, and to everyone at Reddit Blue, except for me because I suck ass. Like I said, I just really got to focus in, get better, because it goes right in my head. But then when it comes down to it, it just flops. So, all right, guys, that's it. I'm gonna cut it down right here. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and thanks for watching. Take it easy.